others, but I'm going to share my screens now. And then if they join, they join. If not, then it's just you guys. But yeah, I think everyone here has seen what we got going on, but just to kind of go over it again. So what it is, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off for 6 rounds. So it's basically a 36-minute EMOM in a sense, if you kind of think about it that way, where you're going to be moving for about 45 seconds, resting for 15 and repeating from there. Hey, Craig.
Hey, Ernesto.
How's it going?
Good. Sorry I'm late.
No worries. That's all right. The snow must have stopped you.
I wish I had that excuse.
I know, eh?
Putting up that punching bag is what slowed me down.
That's okay. No worries. We're just starting off going over the workout. So yeah, 45 on, 15 off, 6 rounds. In terms of reps, you're just doing what you can to kind of keep yourself moving through for the full 45 seconds as best you can. We got high knees, rolling side planks, which I will show you a video and go over, hollow rocks or hollow holds, sprinter burpees, which same thing. I'll show you a video, kind of break them down, show you different variations of that as well. Kettlebell swings, and then push up with a mountain climber, which same thing. I will show you what that looks like and how we can kind of modify or scale this one out. Once you've done that, you just rotate through that again for the 6 rounds. And the goal is just to hopefully find variations and weights and all that good stuff where it'll allow you to move for the 45 seconds as best you can. And we get that quick 15-second rest just flying through that for the 6 rounds. So in terms of the workout itself, I guess isn't anything too crazy. Some of the movements a little bit newer. We'll break those down a little bit more. But does anybody have any questions or concerns right out of the gate? Again, if it's the movement itself, don't worry, I will break them down. But any like big concerns, let me know. Cool. Okay.
There's a kettlebell swing in there.
Yes, yeah, I would say something normal in there. Everything else, something new and exciting. We can do a dumbbell even. You can do dumbbell swings. You can do snatches. You can do cleans.
All my stuff's over at McGregor Trail.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. We can figure something else out too, Marianne, for sure. We can do like some type of, what else is there? We haven't done any type of squatting in there. So you can do like a squat. We'll find something for you. We'll make sure you're good.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so let's just hop into this warm up here. So first thing we'll do, nothing crazy, just getting into lizard. I'm going to add a little twist into that one. So whether the knee is on the floor or you want to keep that back knee off the ground, one hand to the floor, at the leg that's bent, twisting up to the sky, rounding under and through. We'll go for 10 twists on one side, 10 on the other. I thought I lost you, Craig.
Oh, I'm back. Technology's failing me today.
I know. I know.
More likely, I'm failing technology.
Good stuff. No need to rush. For those of you that are done, or even if you're going with it, you can kind of keep your eyes on me. This next one, beast rock. So I forget, I think we used to call these something else, but basically all it is, easiest way to start this one off, hips are over knees, shoulders over wrist. And what you're going to try to do is from this position, lift the knees just off the floor. Feet will be in about your squat stance. You're going to sink back into kind of that down bottom position of a squat, hang out there for a second, reset back to that starting position, sink down and back, hang out there for a second, come back up. We'll go for 10 total rocks. And again, it's giving yourself a good like 1 to 2 second hold in that end range. If you're like myself and not the most flexible, you may not get a massive motion back. That is fine. You should hopefully feel this a little bit in your hips. And then depending on how far you can sink back, even a little bit in the chest and shoulder. But just going for 10 rock backs into that bottom position of a squat.
Did you do 5:32?
I did. Nice
Wow.
early start today. I was saying I always like this my only early day during the week right now because like my personal training clients that I normally had early aren't able to come in and they didn't want to do virtual or switch to physio. So
Right.
literally all my other days I start at like 9. So when I have that one, it's like holy geez, I forgot. Like I don't even know how the hell I did like 3-4 days in a row like that. It was a nightmare.
You just did it.
I know, right? That's it. Next one, bottom of squat hold. So ideally here, what you would do is just get into that bottom position of a kind of active squat, letting yourself kind of sit off to one side, come to the other a little bit. You can even come front and back a touch, just trying to loosen up the ankles a little bit. If this is a hard position for you to stay in, by all means, don't be afraid to have like either a chair or a pole or something that you can kind of hold on to support yourself a little bit. And then same kind of thing, just rocking side to side, front and back, trying to loosen up that bottom position of a squat a little bit. I will time out 30 seconds for you guys, and we'll start that off in 10 seconds. So just kind of loosening up the ankles. If you even wanted to, you could totally make it a bootstrapper. Worst comes to worst. 2, 1, and go for it. So 30 seconds, just chilling in that bottom position. Again, kind of letting yourself rock side to side. Try to loosen up the ankles a little bit. If you want, again, bootstrapper will also do.
You have to look up how to do a virtual delivery if something happens.
What did you say, sorry? Oh,
Thinking,
I know, honestly,
good
hey.
God.
That would be a nightmare, Marianne.
Oh my God, yes.
Come on out of that one, guys. Nice. Next one, just going for 10 air squats. So by no means does it have to be fast paced or anything like that. Just kind of getting as low as you can, weight in the heels, knees driving out, chest high, 10 nice controlled air squats.
Delivery of what, Marianne?
Oh, Ashley's having twins, right?
Oh my God, I didn't even know. All these COVID babies.
Sarah, you didn't? Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, she's getting close to 32 weeks.
Oh, get that turkey baster ready.
Hey, she was kicking it pretty good on the workout this morning, 5:30.
Yeah, well, we got to keep them in the oven for a while longer.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Does she know
Earliest is 35 weeks, 37 if it goes well.
Gotcha.
Does she know what she's having?
No,
Going
No.
for surprise,
it's all a surprise.
which is good.
Oh, I'll remember. You can come visit and help.
That's it. Next one, guys, we're doing that. Going for 10 hamstring sweeps. So it'll be 5 per side. So just one leg comes slightly out in front. That leg stays straight. You push the hips back kind of as far as you can, feeling the back of the front leg turn on. Sweep to the floor, come back up, switch to the other side. Hips go back, sweep to the floor, come back up. We'll go for 10 total, 5 per side. And again, just making sure you're feeling this one through the back of that front leg. Doesn't matter how low you get, just focus on feeling that stretch through the back of the leg.
I'm sore from yesterday.
Yesterday surprisingly got tough, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of volume for the legs.
I went and stood. I was so hot, I went and stood outside.
Did you? Come on. Beautiful. Next one, nice and easy as well. Just going for 10 bunny hops, which is literally just where you're going to go for some hops on the toes. So 10 reps of bunny hops once you are done those sweeps. Sprinter hip opener, nothing crazy. So what you're gonna do here, take a nice long step back. That back leg can actually come right to the ground if you want. Feel that hip flexor turn on. Then when you step up, you'll grab the knee, hug into the chest as best you can. Foot will come down. Up to you. You can either go all 5 on one side, or if you want, then switch, come to the other side, hang out for a second, grab the knee, hug into the chest, and we'll go for 10 total, 5 per side.
Oops.
You're all good. lunge back and then a little hug into the knee, into the chest, Marianne, on the way back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Washrooms are closer at this gym.
I know, it makes it a little bit easier. Right.
Are you at your parents'?
I am, yes, which is good for me because it makes it so much easier in terms of, I was just saying to Sarah, like I had a couple clients this morning, one canceled on me last minute, she forgot. So like, thank God I wasn't coming up from the city.
Absolutely.
Especially in the weather, frig, it would have been a nightmare. So,
Yep.
and it's been great having my mom's cooking. It was
I bet.
like a king again. Last one here, guys, we're going to go for 10 either jump squats. Ideally, if you're not feeling the little jump, by all means, just going for another set of 10 air squats, get the legs going a little bit more. So whenever you are ready, 10 either little jump squats or 10 more air squats, just get the legs a little bit more. Beauty. Okay, so what we're going to quickly do now, we'll just quickly go over all these movements. Again, what you can do is after each one, if you want to ask a quick question, by all means, you totally can. If you're feeling good, just leave it. And then at the end of it all, if you want to like test it out and then ask more questions, you can also go off of that. So if any of these are definitely not like a no-go for you, you want to switch them out fully, just let me know. I'm pretty easy. I can help you flip some stuff around and switch movements out if need be. So ideally high knees, nothing crazy. I mean, pretty much exactly what you think it would be. You're going to be going for where you're trying to get that knee above the hip. And then from there, it'll just be where you're running back and forth, trying to get those knees as high as you can. Now, that is fairly challenging to do for 45 seconds, but to do 6 rounds of it with all this other stuff. So what I've been noticing with a lot of people this morning in terms of some variations that happen, instead of going for like that fast high knee, what they end up doing is turning it more into like a high knee march. So you're still mimicking it. You're still moving through for the 45 seconds, but you're slowing it down by turning it into a march. Worst comes to worst, you can even go into like a running on the spot in a sense where your knees are only coming up a quarter of the way instead of all the way up. So those are a couple options that you can do for the high knee. The goal again is just to hopefully move for that full 45 seconds as best you can. Next one, rolling side plank. Let me show you this video here. So this guy here, I'll show you the video, is moving at a pretty good clip. So he's going back and forth fairly fast. This is ideally in a sense what it would look like. But like I've been saying to everyone, if moving that fast for you is almost too much, don't be afraid. Come to one side, pause for a second, come back to the middle, pause for a second, roll to the other side, pause for a second. It doesn't necessarily have to be as fast as he's going through. Your main goal is keeping your hips and shoulders stacked in that side plank, and then always hopefully keeping that rib tucked to hip as best you can. The other thing to look at here, if you look at his feet, he's keeping them stacked. That's a little bit tougher. If you were to, hopefully I can visualize this, instead of like turning and keeping your feet stacked, if you were to turn and leave your feet wider, it would make it a bit easier in terms of having a slightly wider base too. So you can always play around with that. Worst comes to worst, if this isn't happening for you, just doing maybe like a 10-second side plank, coming back to the middle, another 10 seconds, or I guess technically 15, 15 in the middle, and then 15 on the other side. You could totally do that just so that way you're staying engaged. But I'll give you some time. You can play around with that, test it out, and make sure it feels good. So there's lots of ways, again, we can modify that out. Next one, hollow rock. I think you guys are all good with this one in terms of like modification and stuff like that. But again, in a perfect world, when we're laying on the floor, our lower back would be flat to the ground, so you can't get hands under. Legs would be straight out, arms would be straight out. And then from there, we'd be rocking front and back. Definitely not the easiest movement in the world. So again, first way we can scale that one down is by pulling the knees in, bringing the arms closer and kind of staying more in a tucked position and rolling back and forth. If that's still too much though for you, by all means, you can do just a straight up regular hollow hold. You can bring it where you're bent. You can do where you have one leg out, arms up. You can have both legs out, arms down. Basically, whatever will allow you to hopefully hold for the full 45 seconds and feel that engaged position through your core is what I kind of want you to test out to do. You could always start with a rock and then end up holding. You could always start in a full rock and then shorten up. The goal is to hopefully move for that full 45 seconds as best you can. This is the one that's been interesting for people today. Sprinter burpees. I can't even demo these properly. I tried to this morning at 5:30 and I felt so uncoordinated. They are not easy. You'll see how they look. This guy's doing more of, in a sense, like a strict push-up too. So you can still do a regular flop down on your burpee, same on the way up. But when you come up, it's like a double knee. One comes up, one goes back, and then you control back down. So basically all the goal is to get a little bit more explosive when you come out of that bottom position of a burpee. So some ways I've been seeing for people to scale this one down, because it is kind of an awkward movement. If you feel like you can't have your one knee coming up and the other knee coming back, super simple modification just to add a little extra is to like just do a knee drive. So you drop down into your burpee, you come up, go for a knee drive, and the other side, you do the other. So you don't worry about that other leg kicking back. Another super simple one is just where you come out of it and then you have both knees come up. Basically, all I want you to try to think as best you can is that you're just finding a variation for you where you're getting a little more explosive coming out of the burpee. Worst case scenario, just do a regular burpee. I would much rather you move for 45 seconds than to try to make it more complicated or confusing for yourself. So if a regular burpee is more than enough, I'm totally fine with that too. But
Raise your hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, right? We've been doing too many burpees in quarantine, so now we have to make them harder than they already are. So, and I can't stop thinking, it was Michelle Waddington said in the last class, it looks like someone like trying to like, you know, like an air guitar, like where they're, I don't know. So it's just funny. Anyways, that's what.
That's why it's being programmed, because it's funny for you guys to watch.
That's it. I just need some type of entertainment here. Jeez.
Did you actually program this one?
This is still Shelby.
Oh.
I know, eh? Shelby getting creative with the movements now.
It's
That's
Shelby.
Shelby.
Next one, kettlebell swing. I think everyone's okay with that one. Again, if we have a kettlebell or even dumbbells, ideally overhead, but if you don't have the space, like you're like me in a basement, you can't get overhead, just coming to eye height is more than enough. If you have 2 light dumbbells and you want to do a double swing, that's cool. If you want to go overhead with it, that's also cool. If you only have 1 dumbbell, you can hold on to the head itself and then still go for that swing. If you don't have dumbbells like Marianne, I think probably the best option for you might just be doing like either an air squat. Oh yeah, you can even, yeah, you can totally do that, literally. Or you can almost even
as long as it doesn't open up.
You can do a single arm swing and then switch your hand even with it almost. Yeah.
Anyway, I'd have to fill it up.
We'll find it there. But yeah, you can totally do a thruster. That works. But basically, same thing with this one. Ideally, hopefully going the full 45 seconds. But again, if the weight is something that's challenging and you have to do like a 20-second on, quick little break, and then finish the 45 seconds off, that's also totally cool. Just doing what you can to feel yourself load up hamstring and then big squeeze through the butt to get that kettlebell moving. And then last but not least, push up to mountain climber. So pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You're going to be in a push-up position. You're going to do a full push-up and then go into a mountain climber, 1 on each side. So hopefully this video, there we go. So push-up, mountain climber, push-up, mountain climber. Now, obviously, if you don't have full push-ups, 2 ways to scale this one down. You drop to your knees first, do your push-up, come to a full push-up position, then do your mountain climber, drop back to your knees, do a push-up, then a mountain climber. Or you can do something as simple as getting like a chair or off your couch or an elevated surface, put your hands on that, you do your push-up, then you do your mountain climber, push-up again, mountain climber. What seems to be burning out on most people, obviously, I would think, is the push-up itself. It is a long time to just hold that position, because even when you're doing the mountain climber, you're still putting strain on chest and shoulder and triceps. So don't be afraid to make the push-up portion easier than normal, potentially, if you know that burns out in a hurry for you, and then add the mountain climbers in after. One other way I said to scale it down, if you're someone that like really burns out with push-ups, maybe do a push-up and then go for like 10 mountain climbers and then another push-up, 10 mountain climbers, just so that way you're getting some more volume without kind of just feeling like you're sitting around because your push-up burned out on you. So some things you can kind of think about there. So what we'll do now, we'll say a quick like 3 to 5 minutes. I would almost test out each of these movements just to make sure everything's feeling good. You don't have any questions. And then we'll get this thing rocking. So test out your high knees, your side planks, your hollow rocks, the burpee, the swing, the push-ups. And then any questions at all, let me know. I will help you out. And again, yeah, we'll start all together in like 3 to 5 minutes.
Will you yell out what we're supposed to do?
Yes, I will yell what we're supposed to do, and then hopefully too, this you'll hear the beeping and stuff. But I'll tell you like where you're going next, how much time is left, and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
You might hear some shaking.
Like the maracas or something.
I know, I should have refilled it. If it was filled, it would have been 11 pounds.
Oh, come on. Is that how much?
Yeah,
that
the
was bad? Yeah.
thing that is, but I've been icing, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I've been salted.
Yeah. It's been icy out there.
Still coming down.
Is it still coming down?
I think so. I think the worst is going to be windy.
Yes.
I'll show you what my backyard looks like. Are you ready?
See it.
Oh, did I turn my camera off?
Yeah. I thought it was like a build up. It was going to be a.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Holy, eh?
Ooh.
Fun times.
Now my shoes are wet.
We appreciate the effort to show us.
They get some music on here.
So I have a question.
Yeah, of course.
The rolling side plank,
Yep.
I feel more in my shoulders than I do in my core.
Yep.
So am I better just to hold just a side plank rather than trying to roll?
Potentially, yeah, because then that way what you can do is to focus more on your core. And then what I was saying, like what I think might be best for you then, Nicole, I'll try to remember to yell out every 15 seconds or if you want to take a peek, but like maybe go 15 seconds on your side, 15 seconds in the middle, and then 15 seconds on your side. So then that way you get that full 45 seconds and you can hit still 3 different positions, but at least that way then you can focus on like hopefully feeling a bit more through your core. Because definitely no matter what in that rolling one, you definitely will feel a lot of shoulder from the stabilization and moving. But if you'd rather focus on more core, yeah, go like 15 seconds one side, 15 seconds middle, 15 seconds other side.
So is it supposed to be more shoulders than it is core? Like I just
I
assumed
was-
it was
like,
supposed to be core. So
Yeah, it would still definitely like you would still want to feel it in core. So you could even do it too if you want to keep the rolling where you almost like over exaggerate your squeezing them the whole time as you're going through. So like you're really trying to keep locked down as you're rolling through. But yeah, so like what you can try to think, like, actually here, let me show you in the video even because he kind of does it too. So if you see him, come on, oops, he's kind of like staying close in his hips, but then at the end he like squeezes his butt to come almost through a bit more. You can kind of do that too to get a bit more. And then also one other thing I would say to fix almost with him, see how his hips are kind of almost coming down to the ground. If you can somehow think when you twist, you kind of pike your hips back up, you'll also get more into your side oblique a bit more. So think you'll twist, push your hips through and up, and then go back to the other side. So that'll also get you more into your core.
okay.
Yeah. So it'll be a bit slower and you won't get maybe as many reps, but at least that way, hopefully you'll focus more on actually feeling it in your core.
Okay. Thanks.
No worries. Okay. I think it looks like for the most part, everyone is set and ready to go here. So just as you're getting those last minute touches in, I'll talk about this whole thing one last time. So again, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We're doing this whole thing 6 times through. Quite a decent amount of work at one time. So again, do what you can to hopefully move for the full 45 seconds. For the knee raise, for all these really, if you feel like you're starting to die off and you can't do the full 45, either slow yourself down so that you can keep yourself moving or holding, or drop down, take a quick break, then pick back up and try to finish the 45 seconds off. Quality over quantity. So same kind of deal. If we slow it down, focus on making sure you're feeling these movements in the proper spots. I'll kind of give some cues as we're going through to hopefully remind you where you should be feeling it. We'll tell out the time. I'll tell you where you're headed next, and hopefully you'll hear the beeping as well. So you guys know where you're headed next. But anybody have any last minute questions?
One more question.
Yeah.
Should I do cross training or should I do high intensity intervals?
High intensity intervals, I would go today. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's get the show on the road here. So if high knees are first, again, this is a tough one on its own. So if you can, great, keep the high knees going quick. If not, just get into more of a march or just get the knees a little bit lower, kind of like a running in spot kind of thing. We will start this bad boy off in 10 seconds. Have fun. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So high knees, whether it's running quick or again, kind of like a march in place, just doing what we can to hopefully move for as close to this full 45 seconds. Basically, we're trying to light up hip flexors a little bit, but also getting the heart rate up a little. That's kind of the goal with this one. Ten seconds. 2, 1, rest it out. Rolling side plank next. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So again, just focusing on the quality of these here, making sure we feel it through the core itself. "15 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and rest it out. Nice. Next one, hollow rock or hold. Again, this one mainly focusing on keeping core locked in and feeling it through the abs. Make sure that you're not losing that. 2, 1, and go for it. So again, if you want to start fully extended, then shorten off. If you want to start with rocks and then stop, just do it to where you can hopefully feel it and hopefully move the full 45 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Burpees. Burpees are next. So again, if you are going to try to do this sprinter version, just do what you can to get both those legs moving. If not, just even think a high knee or a knee tuck or regular burpees. 2, 1, go for it. I would much rather you move for 45 seconds than get caught up in trying to do this tougher variation. Worst comes to worst too, if you need to do bodybuilders, that is also totally legit. Ten more seconds, couple more reps. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Kettlebell swings next. Hinging at the hip, big squeeze through your butt. Try to get that lower body to be what's sending that kettlebell up, either to eye height or straight up overhead. 3, 2, 1. Kettlebell swings. And again, in a perfect world, we'll try to hang on for the full 45 seconds. If you need a quick break and shake out, you could totally do that too. And then hop back in. Nice job, guys. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Last but not least, push up with the mountain climbers. So again, don't be afraid to, in a sense, make this an easier push up for yourself, whether it's from the knees and incline. That'll be what burns out on you. So focus quality there. Go for it. So push up, then left and right leg go up. Another push up, left and right leg goes up. Quality over the quantity here. And again, worst comes to worst, you do a couple extra mountain climbers before you go into that push-up if you're starting to die off. I'd rather you keep it moving. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Beauty. So 1 round down. We are back to the top, and now hopefully is hanging on to that exact same pace for the remaining 5 rounds. 3, 2, 1. High knees or your high knee march. Just doing what we can to move for 45 seconds. Good stuff, guys. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Rolling side planks.
Too much water in this challenge.
So, yeah. Too many pee breaks.
Sorry about that.
1. You're good. Go for it. Rolling side plank. And again, same thing here. Just making sure you hopefully feel this one through the core. You'll definitely get a good shoulder burn going from that rotation as well. "15 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Hollow rocks or holds. 3, 2, 1. And go for it. Again, for those of us rocking, if you feel like you're starting to lose it, you can either shorten up a bit or turn it into a hold. Main goal, lower back flat to the floor. Trying to feel it through the core as best you can. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sit out. Burpees. 2, 1, and burpees. So again, if you're adding that little extra hop, great. If not, just do what you can and keep yourself moving with that regular burpee. The goal, keep it moving. Final 10. 2, 1. Rest it out. Kettlebell swing. Nice deep breaths. Trying to get that heart rate down as best you can. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Kettlebell swings. Flat back, loading up hamstring and glute. Big squeeze from the butt. Doing what we can to hang on. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Push up, mountain climbers. 2, 1, and go for it. Again, focusing on the quality of that push up. If you have to drop to the knees, totally fine. It's a lot of time under tension on that shoulders, chest. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Nice job. 2 down. Back to the top. 2, 1. Here we go. High knees again. Same thing. Obviously here, if this one slows down a touch, that's all right. Just doing what we can to hopefully get those knees up as high as we can. Keep ourselves moving as best we can. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Rolling side plank. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Nice job, everybody. 15 more seconds. Two, 1. Rest it out. Hollow rocks. 2, 1. Go for it. Again, this one obviously you're going to start adding up too. So if you need a quick come down, that's cool. But try your best to hang on for that full 45 seconds as best you can. 10 seconds. Stay out. Nice job, guys. Burpees again. Three, two, one, and go for it. Burpees. Great job, everybody. Just trying to move this full 45. Ten seconds. 2, 1. Good job. Swings. Back to kettlebell swings. Three, two, one. Go for it. Kettlebell swings. Loading up that lower body. Big explosion from the glutes. Ten seconds. 2, 1. Rest it out. Nice job. Push up mountain climbers again. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Again, obviously, the push-up is definitely going to start adding up here. So worst comes to worst, just adding a few more mountain climbers. Again, I would much rather you try to do some extra work than just resting it out in that 45. Fifteen seconds. 2, 1. Officially halfway. 3 down, 3 to go. High knees again. Back to the top here. 2.
That was round 3?
That was round 3.
Oh, fuck, I thought that was round 4.
We are just starting round 4 here. Yeah, that's it. Again, even if these slow down a touch, just hopefully moving for 45. Ten seconds. 2, 1. Rest it out. Rolling side planks. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Fifteen seconds. one. Rest it out. Hollow rocks. Go for it. Nice job, everybody. Stick with it here. 15 seconds. Sit out. Nice job. Burpees again. Go for it. Another set of burpees. Nice job, guys. 15 seconds. Couple more reps. Two, one. Rest it out. Kettlebell swings. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Another set of swings. That's it. 10 seconds. 2, 1. Rest it out. Push up mountain climbers. 2, 1. Go for it. Three, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. 2 more times through. Almost there. I know it's getting tough, but again, as long as we're slowing down, moving that pace, trying to keep those reps going. 3, 2, 1. High knees. You guys got this. Second last one. Ten seconds. 3, 2, one, rest it out. Rolling side planks. 2, 1, go for it. Fifteen seconds. Two, one, rest it out. Hollow rocks. Two, one, go for it. Hollow rocks. Nice job, guys. Try to hang on. Keep that core locked down. Low back flat to the floor. Three, two, one. Rest it out. Burpees. 2, 1. Here we go. Doing what you can. Keep it moving. I know it's getting tough, but you guys got this. Right near the end here. That's it, guys. 5 seconds. Rest it out. Kettlebell swings. 2, 1. Go for it. Another set of swings. Again, hopefully hanging on here. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Push up mountain climber. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Nice job, everybody. Ten seconds. 3, 2, one. All right, here we go. Final time through. So if you did slow down a bit or dropped off on rep ranges and you think you can maybe either pick it up or not let yourself slow down a bit more, that would be awesome. This is your last time at each of these. 2, 1. Here we go. Final 45 of our high knees. As best you can, moving. There we go, guys. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Rolling side plank. Last time here. 2, 1. Go for it. Ten seconds. 2, 1. Rest it out. Hollow rock. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Again, hopefully able to fight for this last hold. If you need a quick come down, that's all right, but try to hop back into it. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Burpees, last set of these bad boys. So again, just doing what you can. Move for this full 45 seconds with these. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Fifteen seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Kettlebell swings. Again, last time. So hopefully hanging on for that full 45. Big squeeze from the butt. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Loading up hamstrings. Big squeeze from that lower body. Ten seconds. 2, 1. All right, this is it. Final 45 seconds. Last time with these push-up mountain climbers. Quality here. Do what you can to finish strong. Last 45 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Dig deep. Last push. 15 seconds. Five, 3, 2, 1, and time. That was a spicy one,
More so than I thought it was going to be.
right? It definitely added up. I mean, there's a lot of like just high intense, or like what's it called, where the heart rate doesn't get a chance to drop back down. And then because of like that 45 on, 15 off, it definitely makes it a little bit tougher. But no, you guys all look great. Like staying consistent, keeping it moving. That was good.
Yeah, you couldn't see me half the time.
I know I was sneaking off the side.
I was doing it.
I believe you.
I put my arm up to say, I'm still here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw. Nice shot, everybody. What was the worst one? Was it the burpees or the push-up mountain climbers?
I think the push-ups.
Yeah, I would say that. Like, that's just a lot of time to hold yourself almost.
I did
It was
5
the
mountain climbers, 5 push-ups.
That's what you're doing instead. Yeah, 5 and 5. That's good. Yeah.
mountain climbers even more so than the push-ups. Like halfway
True.
through, I switched to just doing push-ups
Really?
because I couldn't do mountain climbers. Like
Yeah.
it was just too much on my shoulder.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of, and especially too paired with already like the burpees and like all that kind of stuff already. So it's a lot of just shoulder. Even the swing is still shoulder a little bit, right? So yeah, it's just a lot. But no, you guys are good. It looked good. Way to keep it moving.
I found when I was doing the rotating planks, I thought
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
got
also
more out
big.
of it when I did 15, 15, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise I
I
was
was saying, I
messed
noticed
up
that you
and
guys-
it was poor form going back and
You
forth.
start to lose it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, again, like at least that way you're feeling a bit more through the core, got a bit more out
Yeah.
of it. So that's good.
Off to work, guys. We'll see you
Great,
later.
Ernesto.
I'll say,
Bye.
have a great rest of your
Bye.
day, everyone.
Good day, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
If you leave, enjoy the snow. Take it
Bye.
easy.